Yes. I don't know why you did it. Nah, we know why you did it. But I'm glad you did. Angela Rye, congratulations. You played yourself. Yes. Angela Rye. She's a political lawyer, hip hop enthusiast, podcaster. She's, in other words, all of these titles, all of it is a smokescreen, an activist. And this is why I try to tell you people stop putting your cart behind all of these people who are doing all these movements. They are all opportunists, greedy people who are not doing anything for people, but using them so that they could be famous or rich. That's all. That's what it's about. She's a groupie for fame. She wants fame. She's on CNN. That's what a lot of people would say. She doesn't need any fame. She's on CNN. Do you know about Angela? Angela is a principal and CEO of her own company. She's a lawyer, political strategist. She's on CNN, C-SPAN. She's had features on HBO, The Root. She was featured in Marie Claire, Ebony, and Jet. She is something else. All of these awards she has, businesswoman, leader, and all of this crap equals nothing. If she walked down the street, 90% of the people would go, "Who are you?" The other 10% might say, "Hi, you're Angela Rye." So she decides to defend her buddy, Charlamagne the God. And when it happened, people were like, "Who is she? And why is she defending Charlamagne? What is going on with Angela Rye?" And those who did know her were women who supported her movement because most women, she came out to be like the female activist. She decided that she was going to jump up and defend Charlamagne. Oh, and things just went really left for her, doing to all Charlamagne's claims, because she sit up there and attacked a woman who had been assaulted. You're insulting somebody who in the paperwork was attacked. So even if you don't believe it or believe it, show some respect for a woman who went through an ordeal like that 15, 16, 17 years ago, and he was connected to the fact. It's not like she just grabbed him out of the crowd. I mean, this is what gets me. It's like, what in the world are we, what has happened to us as people? We're omitting information and stepping over it, acting like it's spilt milk. If you look at the paperwork, there's grounds to what she's saying that this girl should at least be heard. And you being a female activist, so that you call yourself, or one of the titles they've given you, you let people down. You let them all down. You didn't let me down because I already knew what you were, but you let them down. hmm And when you did that, you did it posting as a woman who had no knowledge of anything. You had no knowledge of the case, no knowledge of what was going on. You just heard stuff on social media and just went on in. And it shocked people because they thought that you were a woman of intelligence. And what they found out was that you're not optimistic. You're not somebody with an open mind. They found out you're just like a troll on the internet. You're no better, you're no lesser, but to come out and to attack women like you did, and attack this woman like you did, was very shocking. It was very shocking and surprising to them. It was a rude awakening what this woman did. One person asked her, was she not going to speak about the charges about Charlamagne the God, the radio host on the Power 105, The Breakfast Club, about the alleged assault that the 15-year-old girl, at the time she was 15, and he charged him, or whether he was charged at first, but it got dropped down to a lesser charge from the paperwork states lack of cooperation from the person who was assaulted because she was 15. Her mother didn't want to put her through the situation. So it was stated in her interview. Now, she comes out and says, since you have opted to post two different incidents and described neither of them accurately on my Jesus conference post, sure, my brother is neither a molester nor a rapist. He never drugged anyone. He never touched the girl. Angela wrote. Now, let's start here. Okay? She's mentioning two different incidents. She's talking about the audio in which everyone's hearing when Charlamagne is on his talk show, The Brilliant Idiots. He talks about a time in which he gave a girl a Spanish fly and put it in her drink. We don't know the age of this girl, but he brags about giving this girl a drink. But she's talking about two different incidents. This is a case that seems like it doesn't matter if it's two different incidents. If he did that to somebody else, if somebody over here is saying this person beat me upside the head with a club, and he's saying, hey, I wasn't charged, I beat the case, then he's talking about another time he beat somebody over the head with a club, and you're going to say, well, those are two different incidents. Just because she got beat upside the head with a club don't mean he did it. But yeah, he just bragged about beating somebody else upside the head with a club. You don't find that disturbing? That this man put something and talked and bragged about putting something in someone else's drink just to have sex with him? When said that, oh, she was a little droggy, it's like, what was the point? That's disgusting. But nevertheless, her next claim, he is neither a molester nor a rapist. Yep, she's only been knowing this guy, what, 2 years? If to say that much, I'll give her 2 years. So of 2 years of knowing this 40-year-old man, she's come to the conclusion that he's neither one. He never drugged anyone. Wow. This incident is from like 15, 16, 17 years ago. But she talks as if she was there, right? He never drugged anyone. He never touched the girl. Okay. Read more about the incident from the 2001 in his book, Black Privilege, and note that he regrets having a party where underage folks were sick, drinking when he was young and dumb. That's the only thing he pled to. Why? Because there was no physical evidence connecting him to the girl. Why? Because he never touched her. I truly pray for your peace and peace of mind, truly. However, she would not come up on my brother off a lie. I stand for truth before I stand for anything else. God bless you and your family. See, now he's her brother. Well, you probably think like, wow, when did her and and Charlamagne become so buddy buddy? I never remember him mentioning his sister Angela Rye 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. All of a sudden, this is my brother, my brother, my brother. Why? Because she's been on CNN, and as I definitely spoke to you, they don't know each other. And I was on Star Show today, the Star Report, and I was the first to break it over there. Is the fact that they did a show together. AT&T sponsored the show. Charlamagne went over there and decided after the Tommy Lauren thing went left, he wants to get and expand from being on Power 105, the hip hop guy. He wants to get into interviewing Barack Obama's. He wants to sit down with politicians. He wants to do all these different things and expand. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with him trying to expand. So he's trying to rub shoulders with some people, and all he did was get his Candace Owens. He found his Candace Owens in this Angela Rye, who wants to be known by us, the hip hop crowd, the younger audience. She wants to branch out. She's like, people know me on CNN, but they're all old 40-year-old white people. I want the hip hop community to love me. All the black sisters used to support you. They thought you were one of them. That's right, sister. You go, girl. And then you did this. You spoke about a black girl who was 15 years of age at the time and talked about she's not going to make a come up off her brother. She didn't ask for any money. She's asking to be heard. You didn't even look at the evidence. You omitted all the facts of the case, saying, oh, you're stating things from his book. You never mentioned the fact how your brother told about two public lies in the interview. He lied about his age. He lied about how he got the liquor. He told about 3, 4 lies in interviews he did talking about the same incident. So did he mention that in his book to you, Angela Rye? Why don't you ask your brother why did he lie about his age? You think that was an omission or just a slip of the mind when he said he was 22 when he was said he was 20 when he was really 22 years of age? There's a great difference between 20 and 22. Something's weird going on. You can't tell that from looking at the charges and the evidence. The man got 3 years of probation. 3 years of probation for providing alcohol to minors. 3 year probation? Are you kidding me? There, there is some missing things here that his statements do not coincide with the actual paperwork and facts. You are supposed to be the person that looks over the information and make an educated decision. So they thought because you are a lawyer, Ms. Angela Rye. So because you are a lawyer, you should have known better. But why is she doing this? And why is she so hard and aggressive? Because Charlamagne did the same thing for her on his show, The Brilliant Idiots. He first put on the Breakfast Club, and then he put her on The Brilliant Idiot Show, where his co-host, Andrew Schultz, was making comments that made her feel a little uncomfortable. And Charlamagne jumped down his throat. Now, if you can find that anywhere on the internet, then you can go ahead and find it. They're cool. He's like, oh, he gets it. He understands. But Charlamagne jumped down his throat and to defend her. So this is why she came out and did this. Now they did a show, like I told you, AT&T sponsored, put it together. Charlamagne hosted like a summit. Well, he brought the rappers in there and they get to talk about garbage. It didn't even mean anything. Charlamagne just had something to do. She brought a political woman with her. He brought Pusha T. So great. What was Pusha T gonna add? So now you see why he takes Pusha T over Drake in that situation? Come on. It's cahoots. That's why you can't go to them for no non-biased anything. They're biased people. They're all looking out for each other, trying to make a come up. They were all at the Colin Kaepernick thing, the same place he saw Ebro and freaked out because Ebro was there. They're trying to dip their head into politics to try to find a come up. So there you go. Like I told you. That's why Charlamagne's trying to lose some pounds now for this HBO deal that she's helped brokering. Trust me, this whole thing is this whole thing is a farce, but I'm glad. I am glad this happened. I am very, very happy this happened. This was supposed to happen. And the reason why it was supposed to happen is because now you made this girl's story go viral because of your name, Angela Rye. Yes, you have made it go viral in the wrong way. A lot of people didn't know about it even then. Now they're gonna write about it because you defended it. You see, Charlamagne had said nothing. So in his defense, silence was golden. But since you came out to defend him, you have made this thing grow legs. So thank you, Angela Rye. Continue what you're doing supporting your brother. But now you got to worry about the support you used to have from your sisters. It's your boy Carcino. I'm out. Y'all have a great morning.